And welcome to another edition of Spits and Suds, a stick tap to each and every one of you for making us the top stars hockey podcast in DFW and beyond. You guys are awesome, and it's time for another Spits and Suds one-timer. Man, do we have a good one today. Absolutely love her game. You're going to be hearing a lot about her in the next few years. She was just named the Hockey East All-Rookie Team, putting up a solid first year for the Lady Catamounts of Vermont. It's McKinney's own Kaylee Lewis. Yes. How are you?
I'm great. How are
I'm
you?
doing great. So are you here in DFW? Are you spending the summer in McKinney?
Yes, I am back home for the summer. Just working out, training for the next season.
Nice. And where do you do your skating in the off season? Do you do it at the Star Center in McKinney?
No, I actually skate and train at the Dallas Stars Elite area in Irving with Hannah Bilka and a few of the older pro guys and some D1 players also.
Nice. Nice. So I was going to ask about that. Big night for DFW last night in the Professional Women's Hockey League draft. Hannah Bilka, fourth overall. She was on Spits and Suds, and terrific interview, just a terrific person. And also wanted to give it up to Allyson Simpson. She was drafted in the third round for New York. Terrific defenseman out of Frisco and Colgate. So my question is what kind of relationship do you have with Hannah, and do you ever talk with Allyson as well?
I mean, these girls I've looked up to for the past few years, knowing that they come from Dallas, kind of setting the path. I mean, they're great people. I have a better connection with Hannah Bilka. And obviously I've seen games by Allyson and kind of seen what she's done in a distance, but I definitely have a better relationship with Hannah Bilka. I work out with her. This is my second year training with her, and she's just an amazing person. Her energy is just awesome. Love being around her.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so since you trained with her and since you spent so much time, and we'll get to it, I'm jumping ahead, but was Boston College in the consideration as far as colleges because of what Hannah might have told you about BC, and what made you choose UVM?
Yeah, so my process was definitely a little bit later than theirs. The whole rule changed when I was going through the recruitment process. So June 15th is coming around for those new girls that are jumping in. So I had a little bit of a rule change, but yeah, the reason why I chose Vermont, I mean, the campus is just absolutely stunning. It's just a beautiful place to be. I wake up and I see the mountains every morning. I mean, that's just something amazing. It really makes it easy to wake up and go to the rink. And then if you just play at the Gutterson Fieldhouse, it's just a beautiful rink. I mean, the barn is just absolutely
Yeah.
amazing. The games are just, I mean, can't really beat it. We have amazing fans every game. I mean, it's just something you just don't get everywhere.
Yeah. For those that listen to Spits and Suds, Kaylee, they'll tell you that I'm a grinder kind of guy in that I love people that get to the front of the net. And,
Yeah.
watching you are a beast in front of the net, especially on the power play. Is that something that coaches have taught you, or is that just something inherently that you love being there? Because, I saw some great tape I was watching, preparing for this, on the power play. You collected a rebound, put it in. You just really did a great job. And usually sometimes with college players, it takes a few years to develop that skill as far as finding that space in that net front area. But you seem to have found that space early at UVM.
Yeah, I think growing up, my one of my favorite coach of all time, Mike Salakin, really taught me when I was playing girls hockey to kind of just use my body to my strength. And I think coming into college, they put me in front of the net. I mean, obviously as a freshman, you gotta play the position you are given. So I got put in the front of the net, and I definitely had to adjust a little bit because I'm used to being more on the flank sides. But I think kind of watching some videos of other people, of NHL, of other NCAA teams, I think being able to use my body for um, in front of the net was really my biggest strength, and being able to just sit there and block the screen for the goalie.
Would you prefer that I call you the Logan Stankoven or the Wyatt Johnston of UVM?
I really don't mind whichever one you care.
Did you grow up a Stars fan?
Um, yes and no.
Okay.
I'm originally from California. My parents born and raised in San Diego, then I moved here a while ago. So I've been in Texas for a long time, but yeah, I've grown up really watching the Stars mostly.
Nice. And any players particularly come to mind, either with the Ducks or the Kings or the Stars that you kind of looked up to growing up?
Uh, I would have to say Corey Perry was definitely
Oh,
the biggest one growing up. I mean, Ducks fan.
that's hilarious
And then
because your game has some Corey Perry in it now that I think about it.
really, that's
Yeah, it
awesome.
does. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Um, I don't know if you realize this, but 7 players that you played against were drafted last night in the PWHL. 2 from St. Lawrence, 3 from Northeastern, 2 from Clarkson.
Yes.
That's
Yes, I mean, those girls were just amazing playing against. I mean, those games were definitely the hardest games I played last year. I mean, Clarkson being my debut, I mean, that was that was a great game.
yeah.
Definitely opened my eyes for the NCAA, and then I had SLU the following weekend after that. So those first 4 games for my start of my college career was definitely an eye opener. Those girls are fast, and then Northeastern, we compete with them all year, and man, they're a great team, very solid.
In fact, 2 of your teammates from the Philadelphia Junior Flyers play at Northeastern currently, correct?
Yes, I have one Maddie
Yep.
Sapola and Maddie Robitzer.
Yeah. Those are yours.
And then there is also Avery Anderson who played at Dallas Stars for 1 year too at Northeastern too.
Nice. Absolutely.
Yes.
That Philadelphia Junior Flyers team, you guys were beasts. Um,
Yeah, that was a year.
wow. I mean, 92 points, Kaylee. I mean, couldn't get to 100. Did you think about it?
I mean, I
No.
wanted that 100 points so bad, but it ended up just not getting there. But 92 points, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, 92 points. Your team is playing for the, U.S. Nationals. All these letter of intents. It just was magical, for you. But you did mention, coming in, and then all of a sudden your first game is against a nationally ranked team in Division One college. What was the biggest adjustment that you had to make, joining the UVM squad and then playing against nationally ranked opponents? Because in my opinion, Hockey East is, the college's elite, whether it's the men or the women's game.
Yeah, I think the start of that game, it really was getting up to speed. I mean, everybody is just incredibly fast at the collegiate level. It was definitely an eye opener. Being able to I had to be a little bit faster with the puck, and I don't think I was necessarily mentally prepared to move as fast as I should. And then by the third period, I started picking it up a little bit. But I mean, yeah, those first couple of shifts, I definitely was a freshman on the ice.
Did you know immediately that you were going to play for this team, like as far as like quality playing time?
Like to play for Vermont.
Well, I'm saying as far as, sometimes it's an adjustment and you're not necessarily going to get into every game, but, you from the get go, were a big part of the Catamounts.
Yeah, I think for me personally, I coming in as a freshman, I was expecting third line grinder. Um, and definitely all summer long before I went up there, I was working so hard. I wanted to be someone that the Catamounts could rely on, and I wanted to be a big impact for that team. And I think my hard work definitely paid off. And this coming up year, I just want to be a bigger impact. I want to be one of the best players in Hockey East.
Okay, so I don't know if you remember watching Mike Modano. I might be dating you, but he had sweet lettuce because he could fly around on the ice and that hair just flowed. And one of the things you're known for is, you know, your locks. How much preparation do you have to go through the game to get those locks inside that helmet?
I mean, it just has to take one brush and a few swipes and put it in
It's
a
that
ponytail
easy?
and you're good to go.
Ah, see, us almost bald guys, we're very jealous that it's that easy. Okay, when do you head back to UVM?
Um, Late August, around that time. We haven't gotten a set date yet, but I'm guessing around late August.
And what do you want to work on as far as improvement this year? I will tell you, I did notice those PIMs were up there this year. So was that due to aggression? Was that getting used to the D1 hockey?
No, I mean, even in the youth career for me, I definitely found myself in the penalty box a little bit. I think using my body, there's sometimes that I can overuse my body, and I don't think people are like necessarily prepared for that. But I mean, the collegiate level, there's some games that just you can use your body, and then there's some games that the refs are a little bit more cautious. But I mean, watching those PWHL games, I mean, man,
Yeah.
they are physical. So I think my game is fine where it's at with the physicality, especially looking forward to the PW.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually like your physicality a lot, and I think it is going to translate to the PWHL. Yeah, absolutely. What have you learned from Hannah specifically that's really helped you, from the college game? And have you talked to her about playing and donning that USA sweater? I'm sure it's something that you kind of have your mindset on.
Yeah, I mean, I just love the way she can just change her speeds. I mean, it's really, really dangerous. I mean, there's that one clip that so happens to be against Vermont where she just flies from goal line to goal line and just beats everybody. And she's just so naturally talented with her speed. Um, Definitely want to do that to my game. I think that would really make me dangerous, just like her. Um, and going for the USA sweater, I mean, yeah, I've been dreaming of that since I was 5 years old, since I've ever started playing hockey. So I'm still chasing that dream. And yeah, definitely, she's definitely somebody I look up to.
Yeah. Wanted to get your opinion as well. Vermont draws well, and you mentioned it's a great barn. You guys actually had a great home record this year. Um, as far as the PWHL with the attendance figures and just the evolution, wanted to get your perspective on the growth of women's sports because it's happening so fast right in front of us. It's just awesome. And I look specifically at the women's game here in DFW, and it was such a cool night last night to really shine upon some DFW future superstars, and you're on your way. So it's pretty cool that a quote unquote former non-hockey market is really producing such great players now.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think all those fans, it really kind of brings like a dream come to life. I mean, like ever since I was a little girl, like obviously I wanted to play professional hockey, but that wasn't really like a thing when I was growing up. But now it's like a dream coming true. It's really awesome to see all that happening like right now, especially when I'm still in the game, and it's probably going to be bigger by the time I graduate. Um, Playing for Vermont during the Pack the Gut night, I mean, that was just one of the best nights of my life. I mean, it
Nice.
was just awesome seeing all those people come and show up for my team. Like it was amazing. The fans were electric. I mean, every time we scored, the buzzer was 10 times louder. I mean, it was just awesome.
Best barn other than Vermont that you've played in so far?
Ooh, Hmm. I think I would have to either give it to BC or Northeastern. I
Okay.
mean, those those were like pretty sick barns. I really enjoyed this. The
Yeah.
big like the just the feeling of them. I mean, the ice was amazing. Just I don't know. It was just amazing to play at those rinks. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the one thing that I wished Hannah got, obviously she got the national championship at Ohio State. That's the most important, but man, I wanted her to get a Beanpot trophy. That would have been cool.
Oh yeah, that would have been awesome.
Okay. How is the chirping game?
I won't lie, I'm not that big on chirping. I
Okay.
I don't use much.
All right. Without giving a name, is there someone that's chirped at you that made you snicker?
Uh, Most likely, but in the game it's usually like a little smirk and then back looking for the puck. I mean, I don't pay too much attention on the chirping, just because I think it just kind of like throws me off a little bit if I pay too much attention to it.
Best road trip that you've, in your years of hockey, that you've now had?
I would definitely have to say the college ones. I mean, when we're on the road, we're always singing. We're always dancing too. Me and my roommate definitely throw on a show at the front of the bus.
Nice. Nice. I missed you. My parents live about 20 minutes from Merrimack, and you guys had a two-game
Oh,
set at Merrimack. That's kind of an old barn there.
yeah, that one is an old barn.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well, you were great. Congratulations. And will you forget about Spits and Suds when you become famous?
Oh, of course not.
Last question, mostly important. Is it Whataburger? I mean, you're healthy, you're 19, so with no Whataburger in Vermont. And how many questions do you get about damn maple syrup?
Oh my gosh, there's maple syrup everything in
Everywhere.
Vermont.
Yes.
Everything. I mean, the maple creamies are amazing. If you haven't had one, definitely recommend getting one.
Nice.
And I mean, I miss Whataburger. I miss Buc-ee's too. There's a lot of things that I didn't think I would miss, but I
That's
miss
right.
it.
How
Yeah.
excited were you still here when they built that Buc-ee's just outside of McKinney?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. All
So
right.
I've been there a few times already since I've been back.
Yeah, they don't really have that in Vermont, do they?
No,
Yeah.
no.
But okay, the adjustment to the winter. Because
Oh,
I will say I grew up in Massachusetts, and I remember I was living on Cape Cod at the time, Kaylee, and I said, I never want to shovel again. What
yeah. I
I mean, I know
mean,
you love the
whew,
mountains, but that's snow.
whew. It definitely okay, this winter wasn't bad at all. I mean, we got snow in April, so that was kind of crazy for me. But the worst part was waking up at like 5 a.m. to look outside and there's like 4 inches of unplowed snow and you have to
Oof.
hike to the rink. That
Wow.
was that was like the only bad part. And my roommate is from Long Island, so she's like all about that. But she would just hear me mumbling in the back because I was complaining about how cold I was and how I hate the snow. And I don't like it anymore. I want it to be warm again.
Well, that's great. And congratulations, continued success. We will keep our listeners abreast of your situation. An awesome freshman year. Really excited. Hopefully, you guys can get in the NCAAs this year. And really excited to talk to you down the line. And tell that Hannah Bilka that she was on Spits and Suds and now she's famous and we can't get her on anymore. She's just too famous for us.
All right, I'll definitely tell her.
That'll be your chirping. That can be your chirping.
Okay, deal.
So great to talk to you. Thank you so much for jumping on Spits and Suds.
Thank you so much.
That's McKinney's Kaylee Lewis. Remember the name, folks. She is going to be a good one on the all-rookie team for Hockey East, playing for the Lady Catamounts of University of Vermont. That's going to do it for a Spits and Suds one-timer. We'll be back with another episode soon. Thanks so much for listening and supporting us. Have a great day.